we
Hello and welcome everyone.
What? We were jamming to that intro.
It's a good one, is it?
Thank you.
Good one, man.
We filmed the bits with us at Fairfield County
Fairfield.
Infirmary. Yeah.
I thought I
And
read
then he threw together the idea for the intro, and for the longest time it ended after our logo. Then I create found footage, and so I'm like, what if everyone got their own little found footage and like intro, and then bada boo bada bing, here we are.
there you
So,
go.
but yeah, hello Stephen Kometz. I gotta keep in mind to say your name right. I'm sorry, it's still having to do that shit in my head. But how's it going, brother? Okay, let me get myself in second gear. I'm fucking tired. Welcome back to Haunted Casket. This is episode 18. I'm Trevor Haunted Faith. I create creepy shit online. Horror films. Let me specify.
Creepy shit online could be a lot of weird stuff, dude.
Let me specify. Found footage. There we go. And Bill, talk for yourself. I'm too tired.
Yeah, I'm the Ouija board guy.
There you go.
Okay, that's all you got. Okay. And I don't want to take away their light. So, would you shut up, phone? Sorry. Angel, Lindsey, Para United Expo. Tell us about you, yourself, what you love, what you're doing, all the above. Let's hear it.
All right. You want to go ahead?
You start.
I'll introduce myself. I'm Angel Morales. I've been in the paranormal field for, oh Lord, I feel like I've been saying 12 years for a long time. And I had the pleasure with working side by side with Bill for a couple months for a previous ghost hunting group.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got to like investigate different locations, teach people how to ghost hunt, and one of my major stops where I believe me and Bill met, if I'm correct, was at Crescent in Pennsylvania.
No, we met at Mid Orange.
Mid Orange. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, that's where we met.
Juggling.
But yeah, we did have a killer weekend at Crescent though.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, good Lord, man. That was like 2021. It's crazy how time flies.
I know.
But
right?
I worked there for a while, and I was a trainer. And one day, this pretty little thing walked in, and I will let her introduce herself and take it from there, and it will lead into all the good stuff.
So I'm Lindsey. I'm the founder of Dark Hollow Paranormal. I've been involved with the paranormal for about 12, 13 years-ish. I was in a couple different groups, and then I formed Dark Hollow Paranormal in 2014. Had a couple members come and go, none really stick. And then I started volunteering and working at the Crescent Sanatorium and Prison, which is like within 10 minutes of my hometown where I grew up. And I was there about the time that I met Angel and that crew that came in with some of the paranormal stuff. And then that group kind of fell apart. And I said to Angel, I said, you should just join my team and we could build off Dark Hollow and we could turn it, because we weren't doing, Dark Hollow wasn't doing events at the time because a lot of it was just me. So I said to him, I said, join my team and we could start hosting some events and we could start doing some more things with it. And now we've got 14 members in the team now. Like, it's really grown since 2022.
It's crazy. Like, to say, if you would have told us back then that this is where we would be today, I mean, absolutely insane. We went from literally being me, her, the three OGs of the group, were me, her, and our buddy Jim Thomas Jr. And he is we call him our master bait, because when everyone's scared of one room, Jim's going in there. He's also the best man at our wedding, and yes, he was barefoot. He's known, they call him Twinkle Toes in all his sports. And man, we started meeting. It's funny enough, we started meeting like beautiful couples along the way, and who bring all sorts of techniques and sensitivities, and we started building equipment, making merchandise. Michael,
there's one of our teammates.
Michael and Ashley, they're absolutely wonderful. They used to come to our events. We met them at Penhurst Paracon.
Yeah.
And they started coming out to Liberty. We found out that they lived so close, like in Wimber, and I mean, good Lord, that's how they jumped on. And I mean, it's crazy, man. We've really grown. grown.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad that's worked out for you guys.
It's a blessing.
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
So now you got a Paracon or a couple Paracons this year.
We have a couple. We have a couple. With this year, this year has started off with a bang. Really big bang. We had to, for people that know of Crescent or don't, I'm not going to get like too far into the details, but I will say that we once had Crescent very strongly, and then we lost it for a period of time. But recently, we are gaining life back. And the people that are running it, Imaginarium Sanitarium, blessed us this year, came up, and we are actually, there you go, shout out, man. And then they blessed us this year, and we are available to help them whenever, doing Publix and everything like that. And we decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and rock a Paracon, because for years people could say, Crescent is so big, she'll give you all the stats that it's the perfect place. Go ahead, baby, tell them about it.
I mean, it's huge. For those that don't know it, there's 34 acres and 20 abandoned buildings, and you have access to all of the buildings. It started out as a tuberculosis hospital, then was like a state mental facility, and then a medium security prison. And it's the activity there. It's the most haunted place that I've ever been in the 12, 13 years I've been doing this. I've had insane stuff happen there.
I really, I will say that it's some of the best evidence I've ever received in my life. I mean, we used to, because our home in Pennsylvania is so close that Madison, Eric, love you guys. That's also team members as well. We used to go there during the day, and I mean, we used to just pack a backpack full of food, some REM pods, and I mean, we would be there. I mean, we could be there 5 hours, we'd be there for 12 hours, and sit down in one of the jail cells, sit down in the chow hall. I mean, middle of the day, you can see any kind of apparition, anything you could imagine at night, you can receive in the daytime, anytime. And I mean, I know it's cliche. I know a lot of people say it, but if you haven't been there, you definitely got to come out, because that's a promising location that you will get.
I would say it is one of the most haunted places I've ever been.
That's awesome, bro.
Probably easily top 3.
Yeah.
I know we had some awesome chapel sessions. Were you in the chapel when I was walking down the aisle and I had like that Ash Wednesday cross? I thought,
yes.
I thought I walked through spider webs, and everyone's looking at me, and I'm like, oh, I'm not a big like attention guy when we're in the rotation. So I was like, oh no, keep going. And then I left, and people were like, look at your head. And it was just like a cross, like for Ash Wednesday. And
I was there for that. That was wild.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. The most significant thing about that story is a week to the day that happened, I got called out because I was leading. I got called out to the chapel, and there was an Army gentleman and his wife who was a doctor, and he was getting deployed, and that was their like gift was to hunt Crescent that night. And we got called to the chapel, and sure enough, I walk in and everyone's shining lights, looking in a circle. I'm thinking the worst. Oh my God, someone passed out, because that has happened there. Energy is mad strong up there. And this female had the wife had the same cross put on her head.
Oh wow.
And I mean, we're doing the let me see your hands, let me see your equipment. You know, what were you touching? Where were you sitting? I mean, nothing, but it was the same mark a week, and it was just crazy. That was one of the many that always stick out to me.
Damn.
Yeah,
So-
one of the crazy things about Crescent that sticks out to me is that weekend that I was there with you. I was back at the main base there, and one of our guests came up looking for me specifically, and they showed me a picture of me. I'm like, where the hell did you take this picture at? And I forget which building it was, but they said what building, and up to this day, I have never set foot in that building.
Yeah, it's
And I'm just like, that's not a picture of me. I was not in that building, and I look, but it's clearly a picture of me.
Yeah, you get it all
Damn.
there. You get it all over there, and it's funny. We've heard a lot about mimics as the years have come on. We've actually heard a lot more from mimicking equipment to
mimicking voices.
Yeah, team members were trying to find us in Building 5. That's where our base was, and the original with the admin.
Yeah,
and they followed voices of going 12 o'clock, and we were 3 o'clock, about 100 yards down by Chow Hall, and they were behind the kitchen. So it's wild, man. Seen flashlights. You run around the tunnels, and there's no one there. I mean, it's so cliche, but that's really how it is, man. That's really how it is. It's a beautiful location.
Yeah,
and then
my first full body apparition was there. It wasn't not my first shadow figure, but I've seen more shadow figures there than anywhere else. Although Mid Orange comes close second.
Mid-O was awesome.
I love Mid-O.
Yeah, Mid-O was awesome. That's where we got to meet Rob and everything. That's where I first met this guy. I heard so much about him when we first met Rob. I can't believe that. And then
seems like everybody meets Rob at Mid-O.
Yeah. That's like that's always been his spot. That was like the headquarters for him. He's awesome. And she was actually a key holder for our Haunted Liberty Theater Museum, and I will let her explain that because we are actually running a Paracon as well.
Yeah, that's the Para United. We held one last year, and it was the first one we ever held, and it was amazing. It was small, but it was amazing. Everyone had an amazing time. We were able to raise a decent amount of money for the Historical Society because we're all nonprofit. So it all went to the Historical Society. We're working on getting heating and cooling in the building that we don't have it right now. So a lot of that money jump started us to start getting some heat in the basement, which we're working on right now. And then we're doing it again this year. And again, it's to keep raising money to replace the heating system, to replace the doors and windows. So all of it goes back to the Historical Society. So we're doing it again this year.
And shout out to Broken Souls Paranormal in that picture. It's Marshall Wallace and his daughter Shelby. They are the main squeeze for that event, and they're absolutely phenomenal people. His content is phenomenal. He's a great guy.
Marshall's come to the theater quite a few times and done solos there. And the last time he left, my mom was actually the one that let him in that day. And when he left, he said that all of his equipment had completely drained within a short period of time. And he said to my mom, he said, there's no explanation. All of my stuff was charged and it was dying one by one. And he said to my mom, he says, you have a very, very, very haunted building. Yeah.
We had our team members. It was Ashley, Michael, I believe Brian and Michaela. And who else was there? It was Jim. I know we had a couple team members do it last weekend.
Yeah, they were there.
And I mean, ever since we started doing events and more publics and doing anything at the theater, that's another location that's ramped up. It's like a hidden gem. I mean, we're getting teams from all over. We've actually met a lot of beautiful people there. And a lot of people don't know this, but when you have our theater, if you have a board member with you or anything like that, we also have a haunted cafe across the street. That is the property of our historical theater as well. So that's like always the surprise. As long as one of us is there, it's like, hey, you do all your techniques. Everyone's done it before. Come midnight, you're like, shit, everything's out the bag. What do I do? Let's go over to this cafe. Let's do a little bit of audio, do a beautiful reset. And I mean, you come back and it's like every other location, 50-50. You leave in 10 minutes, you come back on the 11th minute, and it's party time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited for that one because I'm going to be at this one with my museum.
I can't wait, man. We're so stoked about it. We're so stoked. Yeah. You still to this day are one of my two favorite pieces of equipment are your REM pods. You made us a RIP pod. Her favorite, one of her favorites is Reagan.
I named it Reagan, the doll REM pod.
Oh, yeah.
Exorcist.
Nice.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Absolutely. Yep. And then shout out to you and many blessings, brother. We haven't actually used it because it's so beautiful. We have it upstairs by all our wedding stuff. That beautiful pendulum board you surprised us with for our wedding.
Oh, that's nice of you guys.
Yeah, man.
I'm all, had to help you guys out with that one.
No, it was
Yeah,
awesome. It's gorgeous, dude. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's like put it in one spot and it's never moved. It stayed right there. So, but yeah, we love it. Yeah, and actually, we'll be 20 days over a year for our anniversary on that event. We almost a year since we were married.
Yep.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I've seen this particular ad numerous times, and it wasn't until just now I noticed that you got a little alien in the doorway.
Yeah.
She hooks it up, right? You know that's not.
Wait,
me.
really?
Yeah. I tried to add little things in there.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like
I was like, that's not an alien.
Longest time, I thought it was your screen, but it says Dark Hollow with a ghost next to it.
Yep. There's a Sasquatch in the front door.
Yeah, I saw that one. The alien. I'm just like, wait, there's something there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to add some cryptid stuff in there too.
Oh, yeah.
It's just Paul.
Yeah, no, but it's a beautiful location. And, many prayers out there. Our theater's in the town of Nannyglow, and it was actually hit in some places were pretty devastated by a tornado this past weekend.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
really?
The theater was safe. Nothing happened.
Was safe. Thank the
The
Lord.
old high school in that town lost their roof. Like the entire roof came off.
That metal roof went off like a kite.
Ooh,
damn.
Yeah, that was a freak storm that came through, and a lot of places got hit with tornadoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was. There's we don't have to get into that conversation, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people will agree. Between the temperature, sicknesses, and Mother Nature's bipolar events, this 2025, I hope this shit stops at some point, and then the rest of the months are coasting.
Yeah.
So
I feel that because in Kentucky, like I'm west, but in Kentucky in March, past 2 weeks, we've had snow, negative 30-degree weather. 2 days later, we had 78 and sunny. 3 days later, we had 64 and a tornado. And then 2 days later, we were 30 degrees again. I was like,
yeah. So Four Seasons State, man. In Virginia, too, we had excuse me for saying, there's been a lot of bullshit over here. So.
Oh, no, you're fucking fine.
But yeah, it's one of those ones where you got to keep Four Seasons in your car. So it's like we're always traveling with laundry and big jackets.
Yeah, March is kind of when Mother Nature's a little drunk and can't figure things out.
Yeah, that's why it's my birthday month, so it explains a lot.
It really does.
Whatever star symbol marches, I hate those people now. I don't even know what they are. Aries. Fucking was it Aries?
I'll tell you what, though. I don't know a lot about that stuff, but I
don't either.
Run some paranormal equipment.
Hell, I have all my friends that say, "Oh, what star sign?" I'm like, I don't fucking know. Yeah. And they go, when's your birthday? December. Oh, you're a Sagittarius. And I always will joke around and go, "Oh, I'm a saggy titty." Cool.
Yeah, Sagittarius.
That tracks.
It's a Pisces, apparently. Well, I hate Pisces.
There's Brian and Michaela. That's who. That was one of them that was at the theater. They're on a team, and oh Lord, I think there were numbers 4 and 5. They were right there after Jim.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. We met them. We were blessed. We met them at Crescent. Funny enough, everyone on our team.
Just about Mike and
Ashley. Without them. Not saying we don't love them. We love them so much. But we met everyone at Crescent. And they're actually rocking it this weekend.
Yeah, they came through as guests. They came through as guests as Crescent, and then they kept coming back as guests, and then we just started. It
was funny because, like you said, we're part of the historical board, and we do events, we do volunteer days, and we clean up. I mean, Lord, we've repaired floors and drywall, and Mike and Ashley were just coming around so much, and then we'd invite them to come to events, and they're just like everyone on the team. They're like some of the most loving people. They give you all the support in the world. And they would be like, "Hey, we're here," and then we find out they pay for tickets, and we're like, "What are you doing?" And finally, it was just like we cornered them one day. It was like, "Hey, man, you're part of Dark Hollow. You got all the respect in the world." And now the best part of it, man, is we hang out with kids, and they're even part of the historical board with us. We're like a big family. You know, between the surgery and stuff, we haven't seen them in a while, but we're very excited to see them this weekend. So,
no, that's fantastic.
That's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a shame I'm not able to make it to the your Crescent event this year, but maybe next year.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be. I have full faith that this is gonna be.
Yeah.
This is gonna be something that we're gonna keep going, man. It's gonna be something beautiful. It's gonna keep going. So, and our headliner is Vince Kylan, I believe is his last name. The Urban Investigator.
Then
we're gonna have Jackie as well, Bill, and then
Jackie Kurt.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I haven't talked to her in a while.
Yeah, and then like, oh my Lord, and then I know Rod and his wife are coming. It was kind of crazy because this is like the Crescent reunion for like all the umpteen investigators who are blessed enough to run events there.
Yeah.
So yeah, your ass is definitely going to be there within next year, at least the next couple of years.
Yeah, I mean the primary reason I can't go this year is because the weekend before I'm going out to Missouri. To MSP, and I can't travel 2 weekends in a row. I'm getting too old for that shit.
I hear you, bro.
I did that last year, and oh god, that was brutal.
Yeah, no, I don't even know how we have all this hair with all these kids.
Yeah.
4 kids, 2 dogs. We got a duck in the backyard.
I swear that was so random. We got 2 kids. We got this. There's a duck in the backyard.
Yeah, that's my buddy. It's funny enough, the stupidest story, but I always have to explain because people are like, "Did he just say a duck?" We bought ducks and we went to Pennsylvania and came back and they were gone. Well, I went on our subdivision website, Lost Animals, and one that was embarrassing enough, like 2 ducks. Here are their pictures. Let me know, and oh man, what was it? 2 or 3 days later, we get a phone call, and she's like, "Woman's like, is this your duck?" And I swear on everything, I was like, "That's her. That's my baby, right?" I drive all the way to this place. I find all these ducks, and then that one's sitting on the rocks. This woman gives me a sheet, and I swan dive on this duck, and I'm like in tears, calling her. I'm like, "We got her, babe. We got her, babe." Well, went ahead and came home, made her home, made a beautiful gate. I mean, she's hooked up. She's doing better than half the kids are. And went ahead and started noticing colors and noticing that she's not a female at all. So long story short, I actually, everyone assisted me in kidnapping a duck. So whoever tells you that you can't domesticate one of those things, oh, you can. Oh, absolutely. That is my buddy. He hugs on me. When he's scared, he goes in my shirt. I mean, yeah, he's Madison and Eric. They'll tell you. He's got an attitude too. Fits right in with all the bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Well, I can tell you right now. When Tanya watches this, she's going to be asking to come visit you.
Oh, I'll send you any picture. He's got duck ramps, pools. Yeah, it's crazy. It was better than my first apartment, to be honest.
He like torments the dogs. He chases them and pecks at them to scare them.
Bucks the chest
If
up.
you,
it's amazing how dogs are afraid of birds. Just yesterday, I had my cockatoo corner my giant chocolate lab in the bathroom. He was shaking, and she was just sitting there.
We have a pit bull Pyrenees whose mom was 120 pounds, and we took him out one day, and I look, and she's laid up on the glass door, and the duck's just hope, and the dog's jingling. But trust me, if I could have him at the paranormal, I would. But I think he's a little too feisty.
Yeah, he is. If you don't pay attention to him, he flies at you.
Oh yeah.
The first, I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but it's been a long time since I watched it. But the first thing I think of when it comes to ducks is, you guys know the duck song?
No.
It's like a video on YouTube from like 2013, but it's the duck walked up to the lemonade stand and asked for the man running the stand. Hey, got
no, I never. No,
you have to look up.
Now I have to look it up.
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
Because the funniest part.
Damn ducks on now.
the funniest part is, it's duck goes up to the lemonade stand, says to the man running the stand, "Hey, do you have any grapes?" And And he goes, no, I don't, but I have some lemonade. Oh, well then never mind, thanks. And the duck will walk away. That repeats about 10 times, and each time, Bill, look at Messenger.
Oh,
And each and each time the man at the lemonade stand gets aggressively more annoyed, but the duck just doesn't care. So by like the 8th time, the duck's just like, do you have any grapes? And by like the 10th time, the man's like, no man, I don't have any fucking grapes. How many times do I have to fucking and he just gets
that shit was so sweet in the beginning.
yeah, he goes, no, I don't. No, I told you yesterday. I don't. Man, if you keep on asking me this, I'm gonna kick you out. Man, why the fuck? It is like this cute song in the background. It's weird, but anyway, yeah.
We did get to ghost on one of our animals recently, though. This place we really like want to support a lot. The Haunted Rangeworth in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and what was it? Daniel Bonner, his wife Jenna, beautiful children, and price is amazing, and what they do and provide for you in this location, I mean, is absolutely stellar. We literally got there. I think we left twice to go eat, and then just ended up buying a whole bunch of food. Fully stocked kitchen, fully furnished. It's like the most beautiful haunted Airbnb, Civil War history, celebrity history, and they let you bring your dogs. And that was the first time that we had a personal animal be like affected, not acting right, not acting,
really
like how they, people that. I mean, what would you even say?
Yeah, like our dog, Gemma, she's around our team all of the time. And so she knows everybody. She loves everybody. And all of a sudden, she just started barking and growling at Mike. And after like 5 minutes prior, she was snuggled up next to him on the couch. Then all of a sudden, she's growling at him. And we're like, what the heck is wrong with you? And when you ask Mike the story, he tells you it didn't look like she was looking at him. He's like, I know this sounds weird, but I felt like she was looking through me.
Yeah.
Like not directly at me. And it went on for like 15, 20 minutes. Everywhere he went, she followed him. And she was growling. And we were like, what the heck? Like, she never acts like that. And then all of a sudden, she was fine again.
Yep. And then Brian, same thing on our group. Brian and Michaela. Brian walked away. She had snuggled with him as well. Then he came down the steps, and all of a sudden, she was barking to the point where he was like, I'm almost uncomfortable.
He was scared because he had been around her even more so than Mike. And he was like, Gemma has never acted like that with me. He's like, I'm actually really scared now.
Yeah, it was wild, man. But location, to tell you, I mean, it's amazing. Trigger objects, shadow objects, stomping. They have a blacksmith shop in the back that there was actually, it's documented that there was a boy held prisoner and that actually escaped, if I'm not mistaken, the story. If any of the teams on here and I get it wrong, chip in. But I believe that he escaped and ended up joining the opposing side and coming back and fighting against them in that location. So, I mean, it's beautiful, man. There was a pool filled in with tombstones, dirt and tombstones, that the tombstones are still like protruding out the ground. I mean, whoever hasn't ever been there, you should really go over there.
Yeah, I've been to Gettysburg dozens of times, but I've not been there yet. So I'm going to add that to my list.
Yeah, definitely add it, because the price is amazing for what you pay for a hotel and stuff in Gettysburg.
That is the motel.
Like, I would stay there as a motel.
Yeah. We thought about taking all the dogs. Good Lord, we could take our, the kids would be beautiful there. I mean, it's just beautiful. Like, everything about it is just like family friendly.
There's 4 bedrooms in there. The fresh bed sheets, everything's fully furnished. There's towels for you to take a shower. But we fit all of our team members in there because they don't have a cap on how many people you can have. They just say there's 4 bedrooms and there's plenty of floor space.
There's couches, you can put cots in there.
Air mattresses and
there
stuff.
There was a celebrity story that still to the day, if you look up on one of the old log parts of the location in the living room, you have there used to be a swing in there. There used to actually be a swing in there with pictures of people that are actually swinging inside the location. I mean, it's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. I'm looking it up now. I've definitely driven past this place before.
Yeah.
I recognize it. I've never been in it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And the kitchen, there's all kinds of appliances in the kitchen. There's all kinds of pots and
Yeah.
pans. Like this last time we went, we stayed
The Rainsworth
for
Lodge,
the
yeah.
whole weekend, and we cooked our own meals there. I think we did go out for like one or two
We did.
meals.
We went out twice. It was once when we were leaving, and then once when we got there, and then some of the team went out, and it was
But we were cooking like breakfast and dinner there.
You
Like,
could
it
really
was
go
awesome.
there and not have to leave.
Yeah.
At all. And
That's awesome.
the hospitality, I can't
Mhm.
ever explain the hospitality. It's literally these guys are so beautiful people that they're like, hey, we understand life and we understand family. If you clean up, thank you. If you don't even worry about it. Like, don't even grab your stuff, get out of there. We'll come take care of it. Like, they are just the most, like, some of the most beautiful people as well.
Yeah.
Oh, we're definitely gonna have to check that one out.
I'm sorry. Give me one. You guys can keep go when I'm dealing with some behind the scenes stuff. Sorry about that.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. It's life, man. Seems like everything's now. It's going on.
Yeah,
A lot of behind
yeah,
the
no, right.
There's another hidden gem in West Virginia that's similar to Rainsworth. It's
Mhm.
called the Haunted Heyman House
Sutton, West Virginia.
in Sutton, West Virginia. And
Yeah, I've heard of that place.
That place, I've been investigating that place since they opened like 4 or 5 years ago. And
yeah.
I remember investigating it. It had no furniture in it. Now it's fully furnished, and it's the same thing. You've got fresh bed sheets. But there's a lot more bedrooms there. I'm trying to think. There's 1, 2, 3.
Goodness.
There's 4 bedrooms on the second floor, but then there's also bedrooms in the attic. There's 2 bedrooms in the attic, but the attic doesn't have heat or AC. So depending on what time you go, it's not ideal to sleep up there. But we had all 14 team members in that house, and
All
we were
14.
comfortable.
Yeah,
like,
all
nobody
14,
was.
and I think there was just 2 air mattresses.
There was only 2 air mattresses.
Between
Yeah.
14 people.
No, 3. There was 3 air
Was
mattresses.
it 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It was absolutely. It's another one. That one's huge. Teresa Holcomb, I believe is her last name. If anyone wants to check that out, that's awesome.
The activity there, I've never gone there and been disappointed. Never. It's always very active.
Yeah. She's literally called screams there. I mean, we've seen people. When I slept there with another guy one time, and Thor. Do you remember Thor?
I love Thor.
Yeah, me and him.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in probably about a year.
He's in Vegas now. He's like
He is, yeah.
He's rocking it, man. Funny. It's funny. I just found out too. He lived about 45 minutes away from me. I had no idea. I think it was his girlfriend or fiance at the time. And
oh, really?
Yeah. I had no idea. But that one is that one, I physically saw an orb go from the downstairs through the floor, continue up, and just go straight into the attic. And when we went to the attic, we sat a REM pod. It's still daytime. We hadn't been there 20 minutes, and sat a REM pod on the spot where it would have, our general location of where it would have been. And that son of a bitch was going off to intelligent answers, questions. You get screams, you get moans. There's old Butler's private entrance. I mean, like the whole shebang, man. You get it all when you get there.
Nice.
Yeah.
One place that shocked me during the daytime was a ISS. That place.
Yeah.
We've not been there yet.
That's that's on our list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's there.
I've been there twice.
Oh wow.
Twice. And the first time, I've only actually investigated it once in the daytime, and did more not more than likely. One thing that popped up more than most is did somebody screams. We would be walking down a hallway and hear a scream from at the end, and us being all giddy and happy, and like, oh, what was that? We would run all the way down to the end and get to the end and on the other side of the building and be like, hey.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I love it, man. I love Chase.
Yeah,
there's Addie and them. They do a phenomenal job. They do a crazy job out there. So
and speaking of Addie, and another, granted, I had no preconceived notion of the location, but Fairfield was amazing.
Oh yeah,
that was one of our locations for our honeymoon.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, Fairfield was fun. Long drive to get there, but that was a cool place.
Oh
yeah. Hell, Fairfield was in the middle of both of us, because it was how long of a drive for you, Bill?
7-8 hours.
Same. It was 6.5
Was it about
for me. Yeah.
Okay. Funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was about
Yeah.
6 days for us. We stayed at Sweet Springs first for our honeymoon, our first day, and then Fairfield was next, and then after that was Monroe House.
Monroe House.
Yeah, we drove straight from there to Monroe House for like 2.5, 3 hours. That was cool.
Yeah, I forgot you guys did a ghost hunt tour for your honeymoon.
We
That's awesome.
We're retracing it, man. It was the most amazing. I mean,
it was the best idea because we were racking ideas like, what do we want to do for our honeymoon, you know? And our favorite thing is ghost hunting. So I was like, we have a camper. Like, what if we just hooked the camper up and we just went from location to location, like every day went to a different location and just sleep in our camper on site. And crazy. It worked out perfect. And we reached out to each location and we told them we had a camper and we're like, can we camp on the spot? Like, as long as we're out of the building at like the time that we're supposed to be out. And they were like, yeah, that's fine. As long as you're out of the building. And we did. It was awesome.
That was, oh yeah, never forget.
It was just me and him and Sweet Springs. I was terrified.
Yeah, she was terrified. Now I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to get a little graphic. I woke up about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to take a piss in the middle of the night. And it's like I opened up our camper door. And I mean, they even hooked us up with a porta john and everything. Like before I could even get to the porta john, they are doing construction, and it literally sounded like people were grabbing spools of wire and like a whole bunch of shit, construction objects, materials, and chucking them down the hallway. So much so that I don't know if it was my eyes were droggy. They could be playing with you, but you could look at the hallway windows and you could see it vibrating. And it was like, you know, you have locations out in the middle of nowhere. People are like, hey, you got to watch out. We've chased people here before. And it was like, at that point, I mean, we were snuggled in the camper back to back. So it was like, we couldn't even.
You're in the middle of nowhere.
In nowhere, man. Like,
you're in the middle. You have no cell phone service. You're in the middle of nowhere, West Virginia. Like, we knew that nobody was in the building. They
provide Wi-Fi, which is beautiful, and it is good when you're in there.
Yeah.
when you're inside.
And it's mostly when you're at like the base.
Yeah.
Like if you leave base, like it gets spotty after that.
Yeah.
So.
But we literally had crazy shit the whole time.
The whole time, because we got there during the day, and there was stuff happening from the moment we started until the moment we quit. Like it was just nonstop the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely, everything.
That sounds an awful lot like Old Hospital on College Hill.
I love Old Hospital on College Hill. I've been there twice.
Yeah, me too. And it is the only place that's ever scared me to the point where I'm like, I'm done investigating tonight.
Really?
No,
what happened to you?
So it was kind of a buildup over the course of the night. It was our first time there. And I got there just in time for the tour to kind of walk through. So we went down into the basement, which was the children's ward, and they're showing stuff. And Rob was there, and he was on a call with Sarah so that she can see everything. And at one point, he asked me to, like, he was filming inside one of the rooms. He was in the hallway looking into the room, and he asked me to move out of the room. I wasn't in the room. I was standing next to him.
Oh, shit.
And both him and Sarah saw what they thought was me standing in the room. And so then later that night, I'm taking rotations down to the basement. I'm standing in the doorway of the room next to it, not knowing that those two rooms were connected yet. And I had something grab me on the back of my neck.
Oh,
and then, you know, you fast forward to free roam, and I'm helping out some guests, and Rob comes over to us. Is like, hey, I'm going down in the basement to try to find that thing. Do you want to come with? Hell yeah, let's go.
Right.
So
we say mistake number one, but we're like, yeah, fuck yeah, do that thing.
So it was me, Rob, and 2 of our guests that went down there, and we're just standing in that room, no equipment, no lights. We're just standing there, and there was a street light outside, right outside, and there was a window in the adjoining room that I got grabbed in, and we could see that light, and then that just went black, and then these black tentacles come out and starts wrapping around Rob, who was standing closest to that doorway. And then it ends up going back in the room, and then we see the light again. We're like, okay, that was really weird. And then I'm standing by the door near the hall, and I see it coming down the hallway, and it just kind of rolls into the room, just like the way a black fog would roll in, and just kind of sitting in front of me, undulating up and down. And then it just becomes this pool of black on the floor. And I look over at the guest next to me to see if she's seeing what I'm seeing. And there's a 7-foot figure in between the two of us. It took 2 steps into the blackness and then just kind of sunk into it. I swear I saw Rob jump into the middle of the room, but he swore up and down he never moved. And then we're all getting freaked out, and Rob goes, "Okay, I'm going to ask you to do one last thing, and then we're getting out of here. Can you go up to the ceiling?" And the whole thing just goes up in a big blob up to the ceiling. And that's when we're like, "Okay, nope, we're done."
Out of there. No
Eh,
shit, man.
So we go back upstairs, and the group that was up on second floor doing Estes, they come down and like, "Oh, we had such a great Estes. You guys are never going to believe what happened." And like, "No, guys, you're not going to believe what happened."
Yeah.
And they cut us off and start telling us about how they're getting all this good Estes stuff. And all of a sudden the whole atmosphere changed, and they start getting warnings about it's coming. The monster's here, run and hide. The monster's here. And I'm like, yeah, dude, we saw the fucking monster.
I was gonna say, that's the power of the Estes method, baby. That's why I love 2 different locations.
That basement is a whole vibe. Like that basement.
It is.
Even because we got there during the day the first time I was there, and I had like good feelings like the whole time. We hit the basement and I was like, something does not feel right down here. And every time we went down there to investigate, and I don't claim to be psychic by no means, but I just kept getting weirded out every single time that we were down there. And then when the first time I was there, we heard someone trying to break in the building. And we had it on video footage and everything. You could hear the door rattling, and we ended up calling the owners. They came up, they called the police, everyone searched the area and couldn't find a single person. And we were even hearing like a human being pretending to howl like a dog running around the building, but nobody could be found. And we were like, what the heck? Like, was it a person? Was it like paranormal? That's like crazy. We still like can't say one way or the other. All I can tell you is that no person was found.
I know we had 2 members, Madison and Eric. I think they said they had a similar experience, but it ended up being some people, and they debunked that. But
yeah,
that place can get really weird. We went back for the Get Haunted's Boys versus Girls challenge, and we're there during the day setting cameras up and all that, and we're seeing shadow figures walking around. We're things are getting moved. Like, it was just as active during the day as at night. And then twice during that, I ended up in the basement by myself. Once because I just, by sheer dumb luck, I got chosen for one of the challenges, and I ended up down in the basement by myself for a little bit. But it was still light out, so I'm like, okay, I can face my fears here. But later in the night, we're having camera issues, so Rob and I are running around trying to fix cameras and all that. And he's like, shit, I forgot something. Hey, it's down in the basement in this room. Could you go grab it? Yeah, I'll get it. Not even thinking, because we just had to get this fixed. And I run down there and I grab it. And then I realized I'm in the basement by myself. And at like 1 a.m, I don't have a flashlight because I just ran down to grab the thing.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. That's a hell of a feeling, right? That's like the rush right there.
Yeah.
She just bought me one of my first flashlights. I didn't realize she like brought it to my attention when she brought me a mag light. It was like my football team. I mean, everyone's gonna talk shit, but whatever. I'm a Panther fan, and she brought me my Panther blue mag light. And she's like, every time you walk, if you notice, you never have a flashlight. You just walk. And I'm like, I never even noticed that. So I'm definitely one of those crazy guys that just go ahead. I'll just go down. It's a nitty gritty. So
yeah, I don't use flashlights very often.
Same. You see, you said you did spend the night there.
I did spend the night there. Yep.
At Old Hospital?
I slept on the second floor.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll sleep at most haunted locations. I'm not sleeping there. I did sleep in one of their cottages that they had there, which that was also haunted. That was fine, but I'm not sleeping in that hospital.
Yeah, nope. I slept in the hospital. The only thing I heard was medical beeping in the middle of the night. That's the only thing that I woke up to. Nothing else really bothered me in the night while I slept. We had more activity when we were investigating, but
one of the many reasons why I locked her down.
I'll sleep at most haunted locations, except for Monroe House. I won't sleep at Monroe House.
We did it the first time, and 2 beautiful things there. We did it the first time, just me and her. We had a buddy come. He ended up leaving, and there was something to the point that it was walking on the door, like walking right next to the door, stomping, to where I put us in the bed closest to the window, and even thought about moving the armoire to the door. And it was one of those ones where it was 5 o'clock in the morning. We had to leave at 8, and it was like oh, you stayed and you heard everything, you watched there. I tried to put on a movie. It was not drowning out shit. And then I mean that was insane. We have on our TikTok, if you go on there, there's a video. It looks purple. If you click it, we were actually in the second floor and we had our cat ball on the Ouija board. And Cody Sharp Side of the Paranormal, went ahead and caught this event. The cat ball's sitting there for a while, and all of a sudden it just starts to roll and spin all on this Ouija board. And I mean, he recreated it, everything like that. And
well, something chased you down the steps too.
Something went behind me. We were leaving, and it was to the point where I don't even like saying. I don't like everyone that knows. I don't like saying the D word. I don't play into that dark energy. Something, you could be pissed off in the afterlife just like anything else. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's as far as I go. But I will say, when I left the room, I knew how many footsteps there were supposed to be, and clearly there was an extra one. And when I stopped, I even felt the vibration and like the 3 clicks, like as if it was like, oh shit, he stopped. But the fucking thing about it, I swear to you on everything, it sounded like horse hooves, like click, 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 click. And I mean, she turned around and just yelled for it to like knock it off or cut it out, and it did. And we went downstairs, and that was the first time. The second time we were there, we caught in broad daylight 2 times in a row the fucking door leading to that upstairs location opening and closing. And I mean, it was one of the ones where it's like, okay, I know you just did it. We were jumping up, we were hyped, we were like, oh, energy's flowing, and like
we tried to debunk it. Many times.
Yeah, Cody and everyone was shaking. We had the fans on, turned them off, did all that, and opened up the door again and kept doing it. Wasn't getting shit. Wasn't getting a damn thing. And then all of a sudden, it was like, I was like, okay, well, fuck it. Let me turn off my camera and then go ahead and close the door. I put my phone down a little bit and then put it back up, and I shit you not, on fucking command, for the second time, that door
like
swings
hours later after I'd been sitting.
And not just closes, and it's a door that you close and you have to pull. It closes and clicks as if that son of a bitch realigned itself and was meant to do what it was supposed to do.
It isn't it, irritating that you always get stuff when you not when you're not asking for it and when you're not prepared for it.
Always. Yep. Very seldom.
We've been doing a lot with McClay Mansion in Harrisburg, and there's a door in the basement that will quite often slam shut on us. It won't do it when we ask for it. It won't do it when we try to debunk it.
That's what
it'll do it when we're walking away, or when it thinks it's going to scare somebody. Which
that's funny.
It made Rob teleport. We were trying to get this door to close. We experienced it close a couple times during the night, so we're doing a big investigation around it, and we have some equipment around it, and we have the door open a little bit, and we're like, hey Rob, why don't you go over and do a EVP session next to it? And as he's walking over to it, he's like, man, if this door closes when I'm next to it, I'm just going to be gone. And as soon as he walks up to the door slammed shut, and he teleported to the other side of the room.
That's funny. That's funny. Lindsey's the runner. Between Lindsey and Michael, they've almost killed each other 2 or 3 times. And Michael's a big boy. He's a big. I'm very glad he's on our team. He's on our side. He's the big giant uncle of the family between all the kids and all that shit. And he's almost ran into her and clobbered her, but she's also almost clobbered his ass too, which is funny because he flat out tells her all the time, like, I'm scared of this little thing right here, and I have to live with her.
Oh, by the way, Bill, Rob, don't get scared though.
No, of course not. Rob never gets scared.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, man, we've been the honeymoon. That was
honeymoon was awesome. Yeah.
The craziest thing, we hit like 200,000 likes one night. We were at the Ross house.
Yeah, the Ross house was crazy.
That one is huge. It was huge. We had dolls moving, lighting up. They have this doll, and we were investigating with her, and her eyes were moving. And at first I thought it was me. I'm like, am I just seeing this shit? But the people that were watching our TikTok, they were like, we see her eyes moving. Look, there it is. Her eyes are moving. Like, she was looking, like, moving back and forth, and it wigged me out. Yeah. I was like, this freaking doll. Like, I don't like dolls to begin with. And I'm like, this freaking doll is, like, moving its eyes. Like, what we set up, like, Ouija boards and trigger objects all over the place, and like, all right, like someone's like, oh, it's moving, and I'm kind of like terrible with my eyes anyway, so like I'm looking and like I think I can't, but like if what we had like 600 people on there at one time, and they're like, oh no, it's moving, and they're all saying, yeah, it's moving. So then I was like, you know what, fuck it, whoever's doing this, if you're in this doll or this doll and it is moving, go run over there to the kitchen to the Ouija board and turn on the cat balls. Shit you not, within like 3-4 seconds, if that, all of them started to light up. Yeah, it was just it was insane.
Even during the walkthrough, when we were doing the walkthrough, she took us down to the basement, and it was like, I don't even know what happened, but we were in the basement, and the whole house started shaking, and we were like, what the heck is that?
Almost like earthquake status. Like, I'm not even not joking. Like, even to where like we were all she stopped talking and was looking at us, and she's the owner.
Yeah.
And we were like, fucking Lord.
We're like, does that happen often? She was like, I don't know what that was.
Yeah. And then went upstairs and walked past the case that the doll was in that had a cat ball that she had already put there. And that son of a bitch was going off.
Well, then we got growled at.
During the walkthrough.
That was during the walkthrough.
Yeah. And like, it was one of those places like we were hit. I mean, and she gave us a beautiful cake for the anniversary, took our picture, put it on the wall, wrote us like a very sweet message. And we rocked that place. And we didn't even investigate top floor or basement. It was one of those locations where we just couldn't get out of the middle floor.
It was just so active.
Yeah. It's like, you chase where it's happening. And it was the whole first floor. So we got to go back there because there's still a lot of house to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always a little irritating when you go to a location and you're just following the activity. And then at the end of the night, you realize that, man, I only saw like a quarter of the place.
Yeah.
But I was where the activity was. So, I mean, that's what I wanted. But
I hear you. No, it's part of investigating. But that is the main reason for you to always go back.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why, a lot of these places that, you go back to over and over and over again.
Yeah. You can never get tired of them. There's definitely a handful that you can always go back to. Liberty too. That's our team loves going over there. Everyone's so close. My in-laws, her parents, they live a couple streets up, and it's just, we take our kids there. We did a junior ghost hunt event, and the kids were rocking and rolling. And I mean, that was good.
Well, and that new location opened up too in Loretto, which is like, the theater is only like within 20 minutes from Crescent, but there's another location that opened up in between Crescent and the theater that it's called the Doss House.
The Doss House.
The Doss House.
I've been seeing the Doss House pop up all over Facebook.
6 minutes from our house when we're in Pennsylvania.
That place is mind-blowing.
Booming. We're going to the Frequent Reel Festival over there. It's what they're doing there.
We went there in January, and we split up into groups because it is a smaller house. So we split the guys and the girls, and us girls had so much activity that like it was insane. It was nonstop from the moment we got there. At one point, me and Madison heard we heard a noise upstairs. So we go to the bottom of the steps to investigate, and we heard a growl. Well, I'm a runner, so the moment I hear a growl, I'm taking off. I take off, and Madison is still standing there, and the light turns on to the upstairs.
And her exact voice was, "The light's on."
She's like, "The light's on," and you can see it. Like Michaela was live during the time she was recording it, but then we also had the owner pull Shauna.
Happy birthday.
She pulled the video because there was a camera right there, right at the bottom of the set. She gave us the video footage, and you see like Madison goes to run and hesitates because the light just completely turns on. But then she shows the video footage from the bedroom upstairs. The REM pod goes off
on the bed.
So it was almost like it was like a grumpy old man like growling at us for being loud and then stomping back up and going to bed.
Yeah, it was serious. She's posting evidence all the time. I know Unique Paranormal 1.5, she's got a beautiful story. I believe if I'm not wrong, her mother started that group, unfortunately has passed on, and she revamped it, hence the 1.5. And they are getting they're getting there, man. It's exploding.
Yeah, that house is creepy. Exploding. There's a lot of unknown stuff about it because
fresh.
You really don't even fully understand like where the paranormal activity is coming from. Like she's still having issues getting records because the house was built in the 1800s. It was like one of the first houses in that town. So she's having trouble like getting some of the records. So like there's some information known, but there's a lot unknown. Like there's burn marks in the rafters and there's no record of a fire.
Yeah, and I'm a carpenter, and I can tell you, like, these rafters are singed,
Yeah.
and it's old school rafters. Like it's crazy.
like the old hand hewed kind
Oh
of.
yeah. Oh, you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the chips.
See the chips all the way
but
there.
they're charred.
Yeah. Like the fire happened, and the fire wasn't contained immediately, and it was a vast amount of this location. Eric and Madison did a SLS. We did an SLS, and the barber. They have the original barber chair, and I draped my flowy Hispanic hair down. And Eric was like, he does this thing. It's awesome. I love it. He's like, can you wave to me? We're getting like intelligent responses. And then all of a sudden, they ask it to cut my hair, and this thing's sitting there going through my hair, and then you see it turn and like grab the cabinet with all the tools, and then like come back. I mean, it's like that, man. It's like that. Like whoever hasn't been there, you should definitely check it out. And if we're in town, hit us up because we're only 6 minutes away.
Yeah, Tanya and I, we're gonna have to come out your way for a weekend and hit up Liberty and Doss, and maybe go visit Crescent, because Tanya's never been to Crescent.
Oh, Lord, man, if you ever come out that way, just hit us up. Give us like a little bit in advance so we can tell you if it's a weekend we have the kids. But usually we do like 2 weekends off, 2 weekends on. And but if you're that way,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'll be in touch. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, man. You've always reached out. We've always stayed in touch, man. Like it's pretty cool. Crescent, man, really brought a lot of people. Mid-O. I mean, it's funny now. I've seen like all our butterfly selves have flown and bloomed and got like a whole bunch of good shit going on. I mean, it's
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
There's also the Cambria County Jail too.
Yeah, that one's big.
We haven't been there yet, but it is right.
And where's that one at? I'm sorry.
That one's in Evansburg, Pennsylvania.
Literally where we live.
Literally, like
Doss House.
Like it's like
Cambria.
it's like within 10 minutes of the Doss House.
Wait, it's literally where you live, or it's near you.
Oh, it's not even 6 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
Is it literally where you live, or do you just happen to live near it?
In our town. Yeah. I would love to live, trust me. I absolutely love to live there for a little bit. So
yeah, there's like 4 haunted locations within like a 20 minute radius. Yeah.
You can stop bragging. Cool. I'm getting jealous.
Getting jealous.
Now, would either of you guys sleep overnight in Doss or Cameron?
Hell yeah.
I would. Yeah, I would.
She would if she was with me.
Yeah.
In the same cot underneath this hoodie.
Yeah. Monroe is really the only one I won't sleep at, just because it was not.
I'm not gonna force her to. I'm not gonna lie. Monroe is my one that I was like, this shit is like intense. Like I remember looking at the clock, like I don't want to wake her up right now, but I'm ready to fucking go. And she was like, I was awake.
Yeah. The moment the alarm went off, I was like, thank God.
I felt bad because I didn't even put the movie. I know we at least turned the TV off. We didn't even put it back in the DVD case. I felt like a child. We got out of there.
Yeah. There's only a couple places I won't sleep. I don't think I could sleep at Crescent and Old Hospital. I can't. Mid-Orange, I could if I'm not sleeping by myself.
Yeah. Mid-O was crazy as shit, man. I love that stage, and then when you're standing on the stage looking out the overhang above it. That one was Rob was given an intro one time, and we were kind of like all sitting, chilled out on the stage and everything. And the whole time he's doing the intro, I start seeing like shadow figures like up top.
Yeah, and walking around in that little light area.
Yeah, people are looking at us, and we're like, we haven't even fucking started yet. And then Rob turns around, he's like, "Did you see that?" That'd be badass.
Because when I went to Mid-O, I went for a GHU interview, and so I didn't really get to like investigate a whole lot.
Yeah,
I'd like to go back.
Yeah. Well, Get Haunted's going to be at Mid-Orange April 12th. Okay. So I'll be there for that one. And yeah, the one of the times I think it was last year, maybe the year before, we had an event there, and I was on third floor of the main building there with all the religious rooms. Yeah. And I had a whole plan of what we were going to be doing up there. And first group comes up, and within 10 minutes, I threw the whole plan out the window. I'm like, all right, we're just going to sit here and watch this hallway. We had the laser grid down the hallway and just shadow figures walking back and forth.
Absolutely, man. That religious location was, it was beautiful. How literally all the rooms are different, man.
Yeah.
the second group comes up and they're like, okay, what are we gonna do? I'm like, we're just gonna sit here and watch the hallway. Like, you're kidding, right? I'm like, nope, sit here, watch the hallway. And sure enough, a minute or two in, something walked past the hallway, and everyone starts losing their minds. I'm
That's
like,
fun.
yeah, it's been going on for an hour.
Yeah, that's insane. But
Yeah,
Minnow was
that's
crazy, and the
awesome.
fucking tunnels underneath there.
Mhm.
Whew, they'll make you. I'm not saying I'm the biggest boy, but
Those are tight.
they're tight, boy. They're tight, and they don't make for running at all.
No. I've only been in the tunnels a couple times. Most of the times that I've been there, they've been closed down, but I think they're open again.
Oh wow! There's still the soccer in there complex.
Yeah. Yep.
Hello. It's not really a tight fit as far as like width goes, but has anyone here been to MSP?
Missouri State Prison? No, I haven't been there.
All right. Down in the dungeons, it hasn't happened since in the few events because we actually like make it known before you go in. But first few times I was just unaware, and I'm like, I'm actually I feel around and I'm cautious. But we have some guests that are just like, let's just go have fun. And down in the dungeon, there's rooms all around it in like a U formation, and the dungeon. Sorry, the doorways in the dungeon are maybe 5 feet tall, so we'll have like fathers and tall mothers that are like, okay, and they'll duck down just a little bit and kind of turn their head to like do this, but don't duck nearly us, so they just get a temple full of concrete.
Oh Lord.
They go, and also during the summer, all the condensation goes down there, so bats like to fly around and drink.
Oh my Lord! I have. Go ahead.
You'll have bats. Of course, they can see in the dark, so they're not going to hit you. But the wind hits you, and they'll just like.
Oh yeah, I had one at Crescent one time going down into the tunnel. This little like chute that goes down in Building 5, down to like I guess the medical locations.
Yeah.
And I had literally told the group. I turned around and I said, "Hey, I did have a flashlight too. I'm going to admit that." And I said, "Hey, please keep your lights down and stuff. Like you have to watch out for bats." And I turned around, and I shit you not, it was like a firework went off because the bat hit me square in the flashlight, and where everyone starts screaming. I was even like, "Oh," doing the whole thing. But I noticed that one person kept screaming, and this poor girl. The rest of that group probably thought that I ended up trying to beat the shit out of her because I turned around, the bat got stuck in her hair. And I'm sitting there trying to grab her, grab the bat, grab her breath. I mean, it's just like wham, 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 and it's flapping going on. And I'm just like, you guys signed fucking waivers, man.
Is it bad that I feel bad for the bat more than anyone else?
Oh, yeah. That girl, she left. She left. She said she had an absolutely great time, but respectfully was never coming back.
That's a great way to put it.
We had a lot of people. I did a mass vigil one time, and as soon as that shit was done, we had a whole group leave. And they're like, "Oh, we're good, man. We've seen enough that we've never seen this before." And they were like, "We're not ready. We're not ready."
We're not.
Yeah, we've had crazy shit happen there, man. Yeah, we've even had to like, accidents happen. That thing will drain energy. We've had to call the ambulance a couple times and haul people down there and
Really
get out the property, and all of a sudden they're okay. We had some troopers that go in, and we definitely had some troopers that did not go in. We had some people. We had found a girl one time in Building F, and we found her in the dark, away from the group, and it was like Blair Witch. She was tipping nose to a filing cabinet in one of the rooms.
It was
I love the Blair Witch.
She was completely nonverbal.
Yeah, Lindsey kept taking her out, and all she do is turn around. She goes, "But she wants me to come back."
That was the only thing that she would say. She wants me to come back.
Yeah.
She wants me to come back, and
that's not good.
We're asking her family, like, did she take something?
Yeah.
Like, did she take drugs or anything like that? And they're like, no, she's not the type. And we're like,
those are sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And their sisters came in, and they were all talking in a corner. And I'm sitting there like, "Hey, you guys sure you're okay?" And they're like, "Yeah, like we're just, tightening her up, buttoning her up, and all that good stuff." And I think by the next rotation, they were just like, "We're gone.
Yeah,
we're gone." So, and those are one of the nights that we stayed till 6 a.m. That couldn't have been no more than 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's enough for them to walk out of 7 hours of investigating, 7.5.
It took us almost an hour to get her down to the visitor center.
Yeah, it was one of those ones where I think my brother, Bill, you got to meet my brother, Steven, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, of course. And then yeah, we even like was like, Steven, like, you got to hold down the fort. Like Lindsey even came and helped me down, because it was like, it was one of those ones where like it was almost like you came close to dragging her away.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'll man her out, you know. And
she would like stop and like turn back and look at building F and then start walking toward F again. So it was like you needed someone in front of her and someone behind her to like guide her. And then once she got down to the visitor center, she threw off her backpack and looked like she was gonna charge at Angel. And I was like, what the heck is happening?
My goodness, I forgot about that. Yeah. She like was staring at me and I'm like, hey, just calm down. Like, it's like, okay. Really like, what's wrong with you? And then she like throws all her shit off and I'm like, hey, let's not do that. You know, like, let's not do that. And Lindsay's in the back just like, oh my Lord. And I'm like, these people are going to come in and we're going to have a woman head to toe over here. Like, I felt so awful. I was like, I don't know how to handle this.
It was scary.
Yeah, it was rough.
And his mind went blank.
Yeah, I was going to say, I watched it. It's like I watched it travel.
You just watched his brain go completely blank.
Yeah,
so excited.
I literally had a good question.
Like, is it lagging? But he was lagging.
No.
He's buffering.
I had a question to build the conversation.
Building F
for those. I don't know if you guys know on social media, but I have bad ADHD, quit caffeine, and now I think it's just more ADD than ADHD. But like, still like the fucking. I'm not hyper anymore, but the buffering still I'm like YouTube from 2003.
Lord, you're like LimeWire.
LimeWire. Oh shit! Now you're making me feel old.
Right? Yeah, man. I remember that. Take you.
I'm like the child section on Live Leak.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Anyway,
pretty raw.
I don't know. Keep going. I just work here. I don't know.
No, man, but yeah, those are just a little bit of our stories, man. I can say that we're blessed for the team that we have, that we consider family. We call them a team, but they're family. They're kids. Our kids call them uncles and aunts, and they babysit. I mean, they do all the good fun stuff. They're always there, and I mean, we've been blessed to go all around the United States and do events and just do our own thing too. Because I mean, you can't ever forget, your foundation. Go to hang out as a team. And we like to do everything, man. Everything.
Yeah.
So being out in around Western PA, since you do everything, you get out Bigfoot hunting at all?
You know what? We have not, but we just had a podcast Monday with Gwen and Mike Purcell, and we're going to be doing their Got Knockers, their Bigfoot convention down in Eliasburg, Pennsylvania.
We did that 2 years ago, and I didn't know what to expect because I'd never been to a Bigfoot convention. But our tent was busy the entire time. Like I don't think I had a moment to breathe. Like there was always like somebody at our table. Either they had paranormal experiences that they wanted to share, they wanted information about us, or just something. It was just nonstop. It was a great time. So I'm super excited to go back there.
Yeah, I mean, we're learning a lot more about.
I'll see you there then.
Oh shit!
Awesome.
Nice, man. Actually,
we're gonna be there as a guest, but yeah, we're coming down to that. It's only an hour and a half from here, so.
Oh,
we built these coffins, and Gwen and them are actually going into, let's say, business. I don't want to put it all out there for a business, but she will be selling our coffins that we build and locks, and we'll bring some. We'll bring some out there, man. It's cool.
Cool.
But I will say, respectfully enough, like we'd be naive. We are not saying we are not believers. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying that, there's a lot of skepticism, but it just goes hand in hand. But key word, man, investigate. Like we're down for anything. She's not really a woods person.
I like the woods, but I like the woods during the day.
During the day, yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've spent my whole life hiking and camping and hunting and fishing, and I hate the woods at night.
Yeah, you don't realize how many eyes are on you.
Yeah. I think I'm more afraid of wildlife than I am the paranormal.
Just like we're more afraid of...
I'm more afraid of people.
Yeah.
Because I've come across people where there shouldn't be people. And it's like, that's scary.
I will jump at people at work. I'm like, you scared the shit out of me, dude, and I ghost hunt.
Well, there's actually a Bigfoot convention out near you guys the same weekend as your Para United Expo.
Oh,
So we're actually our plan currently is we're gonna come out on Friday, go to the Bigfoot Expo, and then we'll be at Liberty the next day.
that's
That's
awesome,
awesome.
man. That's awesome. We can't wait.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna
that's gonna be fun.
this year. Yeah, we got I think five or six Paracons that we're gonna be going to this year.
Jesus.
Right?
Well, we're hosting two
That's
ourselves.
good, but
And then we're going
Yeah.
to Penhurst, Paracon.
Mhm.
We're going to MadCon
That's 4.
and the one in Eliasburg.
Yeah, so
The
5.
Bigfoot,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was right.
I
We went from, and I remember back. Go ahead.
Sorry. I always hear about MadCon from friends, but I don't know what it is. Is it just a regular Paracon?
It's in Madison Seminary. They have their paranormal con. They call it MadCon.
Yeah.
Mad is Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like an analogy for MAD or so. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
MadCon,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
they do.
Madison.
Yeah, they always rock it, man. That's a good one. That's one that we haven't been up to as
We've
well.
never
We've
actually
been to Madison.
We've been to Madison. We've never
multiple
attended
times.
MadCon though.
Yeah, we've never.
But we're going there as vendors this year.
Yep, we're gonna be rocking, man. Like I
Nice.
said, blessed enough to just keep it rolling, brother. Keep it rolling.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of good cons out there, and
Yeah.
and it seems like there's more and more cons popping up, and a lot of these smaller ones sometimes are better than the bigger ones.
Absolutely.
yeah.
I was gonna say that. I know we usually profit more from the smaller ones than we do the bigger ones.
Yeah, and it's insane
because when it comes to a smaller anything, right? I'm not saying this every time because like some may be advertised really well, but when it comes to smaller events or Paracons, you know that feeling you get whenever you investigate a very nook and cranny small place no one knows about for the first time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that in Paracon form?
It is.
You said it perfect, man. You said it perfect.
And there's a lot of people that want to go there and experience that. And yes, a lot of people may be attending 50, 100, over 100, but I can't say every single, almost every single person that attends there has that mindset, and that energy bleeds through the place.
Oh, we've made so many good relationships. We've made
Yeah.
good relationships through smaller Paracons and everything, and then it's just there's people that we might not talk to like weekly, but then 2 or 3 weeks go by and people are just like, hey, we're just thinking about you, checking on you, we're in the area, and I mean it's just we've had great relationships formed in all the Paracons, but I think the smaller ones they're a little more intimate.
They are more intimate, yeah.
You really get to know each other. You really get
you get a more of a chance to kind of chat with the vendors, or if you're the vendor, chat with the guests and kind of build relationships. I mean, you could do that at the bigger cons, but it's a little harder because there's a lot more people coming through.
Oh yeah.
So whether you're at a big con or a little con, they got their pros and cons. No pun intended.
Yeah.
That was smooth.
One of the coolest things that I've ever seen, and I didn't know like anybody well, but it was their second annual like at the time, and this was months ago, like 4 or 5 months ago. Soon after Halloween, it was like a mid-November thing. Across the bridge in Illinois, like 5 minutes away from where I am, they're in like this local mom and pop shop. They hosted like this macabre and horror. It was a convention, but it was the smallest convention I've ever seen, and the biggest room had like 30 people in it. And near the end, I showed up late, like an hour till it closed. No one was there except me and like 2 other people. And I was just walking around from booth to booth, and all of the vendors were in a giant circle on the edge of their booth, just talking to each other about what they could do and all their interests. And every time someone walked in, they would be like, "Hey, if you need anything, just yell, and one of us will come over."
Yeah,
it's cool. That's why I always laugh too, because even those ones like you can have 40 vendors. That's like 40 guests you haven't met, man, and you're chatting for hours. So it's like, by the end of it, you have numbers. You're swapping merchandise. You're swapping shirts. You got freaking stickers galore.
that's what happened at the Perry United last year.
Oh
A
man,
lot of vendors ended up becoming friends.
and are still to this day like investigating with each other, travel with each other, are great friends.
The vendors were all excited because it was the first one we ever had. And I didn't think in my mind we had a lot of people come through, but every vendor was happy. And there were a couple vendors that said that was the best sales that they ever had.
They ever made.
And they said, and one vendor said, well, I had okay sales, but the connections I made with other people were unremarkable. And like every single person was like, I'll be back next year. And they've all signed up.
Yeah,
I think one or two have signed up.
We had like within the first month, we were already like, we got to start remodeling this theater because we're almost loaded to the whole thing. We got to start advertising outside spots. But the good thing for everyone to know too, for everyone tuning in or anything, at all the Paracons, we have full restrooms, we have food vendors, like we're gonna feed you. Some of our vendors bring snacks, make things on their own. Like we have everything from horror to paranormal to cryptid to trinkets to a whole bunch of just arts and crafts. Creston, they're gonna be doing a smash room at the same time. We're doing a VIP, ghost hunt package. Like me and Lindsey are gonna be there from like 8 to probably 5 in the morning, but I'm trying to sleep there, because so Liberty, what we do is we let everyone come in, and then I think it's about 5:30, we trickle everyone out, and then the vendors can either stay, hang out, we let them have the whole building all night till the next day, and or if people want to leave whenever, and man, it was fucking awesome. It was so cool, man.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited for that one. That's going to be fun.
It's gonna be.
And you guys have not seen my museum yet, so.
No.
I have not, man, but I've seen your setup, and I'm just like, no surprise, brother. You got some badass shit, especially the Ouija boards. We love some Ouija. She's got a beautiful one. I think you got it in Gettysburg, didn't you?
No, I got it in Winburn.
Oh, okay,
it's a wooden one. I paid like $150 for it. It's like a handmade wooden.
Yeah, I just dropped almost $800 on a board.
No,
what the fuck?
Okay. It's 3 boards that were designed by Glenn Danzig for his 3 bands, Danzig, Misfits, and Samhain, and he signed them all.
Oh wow!
You're paying. So I literally just bought those yesterday. So
well done, dude. My birthday is next Thursday. No, man, that's so cool, dude. I'm really glad that we got to jump on here.
I think I'm I'm over 115 Ouija boards at this point.
Nice.
If you ever need to get rid of one, I still can't find that cemetery board. There is one board that Bill has. It's grungy. It almost has like a staticky look, and it's the coolest fucking cemetery scene I have ever seen. And every now and then, probably about once a week, I go on eBay, Google, and even Amazon and just search as many ways as I can. Cemetery Ouija board, talking board. I can't find it. Bill, one day I'm gonna buy that fucker off you.
He's giving you a look too. He's like, yeah, it's static over there, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a few boards in my collection that are quite unique.
That's awesome, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
have they seen the axe for the guitar yet?
I don't think so. Well, I'll have the guitar at the Pair United.
Okay. He has a custom made Ouija board or talking board. Sorry, lawyers. He has a custom talking board fireman's axe.
I do. Yeah.
What? Didn't you do? Was it you who made Thor, Iron Man's, or
Thor's hammer, REM pod? Yeah.
You did, dude. Holy shit, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember those pictures. I was like, this dude fucking pulled it off. Yeah, he did it. Yeah. Oh, you had all the stones on there, and they all lit up. Yeah, it was badass, brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was his was the first one that I did like a custom thing for, and since then that's kind of exploded. I've been doing a lot of custom work for people.
Hey man,
okay, what's going on?
Yeah, heck yeah.
I saw a flash over like over here in my right eye, and I thought I don't know what the fuck it was. It looked like a flash of a camera or like over here. About 5 minutes ago.
And right where you have your hand is where it says live. So I can't see.
Oh, okay. Right here. And I ignored it. And now I'm hearing knocking on my wall behind me where the Ouija boards are. I've never heard
Oh, I
this.
thought you were talking to someone.
No.
No, I've never heard this. I saw the flash of lighting here, ignored it, and now I'm hearing like
Oh, you see.
behind me.
That's funny. Right,
It's
your finger's
funny.
pointing to your Ouija board right
Yeah.
now, which is funny.
Yeah, it's funny because we were just talking about Ouija boards.
That right
Yeah.
there. Yeah, that's funny. That's cool, man.
Hey,
I've never heard
spirits in Trevor's apartment. Can you knock on the wall 3 times for us?
that was 2.
That's- And you're in Kentucky. I know. I've been there. Waverly, definitely.
What? I'll be honest. My thing just buzzed. That was Messenger. I've never had
Oh, I
this
thought you
happen.
said you're buzzed. I was like, okay, man. I was like, could be
No,
hard.
no. I said my ear buzzed. It was
No,
Messenger.
you're good, bro. You're good.
But no, I've never had this happen. Like I have things here because like I have haunted objects in my room. I don't
No.
investigate them. I just let them have their energy and coexist. Every now and then I'll hear like a whisper, see a shadow, hear a knock near
Oh, yeah.
them. I'm like, hey, how are you doing? And I'll hear it again. I go, nice. Thanks for letting me know that you're here. This is the most I have heard consistently at one point.
That's awesome.
That's
Lindsay usually
awesome.
tells them to shut the F up. Because she's got to wake up.
Well, if they wake me up in the middle of the night, I tell them knock it off.
She's got to wake up at like 4:30 in the morning. So I've woken up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. And I'm like, what did I do?
Well, we get one here that likes to rattle the doorknobs.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really annoying when you're trying to sleep and your doorknob is rattling. And we're so used to it, like
Yeah.
it doesn't even scare me anymore. But I'm just like, shut up.
Yeah. I know one time we heard a door rattle and our kids, one of them, because they sleep in, in twos and pairs. And their door opened because I saw the LED completely blind the hallway, and I'm waiting for them to walk out, and I walk over there to do the whole dad thing, like, hey, bud, you good? And our son, Isaiah, is sitting there bug-eyed, and he's just staring, and he's like, what's up, Dad? And I'm like, what's up with you? You got to pee? Like, why'd you open the door and lay down? He goes, no, you open the door. And I mean, as a dad figure, like, instantly I was like, you damn right I opened the door. I was just checking on you, bud. I love you. Went back in the room, and I was like, I'm going to close it again. And I was like, I didn't fucking open that door. Like, it was, yeah. Good times, man. Good times.
Well, remember when the sink faucet turned on by itself?
That one
And
was.
Braden was like, Mommy, the water just turned on by itself.
Yeah, and that's
I
our
was like,
5-year-old.
I was like, no, it didn't.
Like, what you see is not actually what you see.
No.
It's like that saying, like, out in the woods or the mountains, like, if you see it, no, you didn't.
Yeah, no, you
That's
didn't.
funny.
Really happened.
That's funny. Yeah, man.
Yeah, with my stepkids, I scare the shit out of them.
Yeah,
But
wait.
however, my stepkids they're older, so they can
Wait.
handle it, and they grew up in a haunted house.
I have a question. Does the paranormal around you scare the shit out of them, or does your face scare the shit out of them?
All of the above.
That's funny. You still do your Viking stuff?
Oh yeah.
Have you released a new episode of the Nordic cast or whatever the fuck?
The Norse Code. No,
Yeah.
I haven't done a new episode of that in like a year. I've been so busy with the museum and Get
Okay.
Haunted and Empty Casket that something had to give, and that was the thing that had to.
Hell, I even remember that was the one of the reasons why you wanted to do this podcast. And for you to hear it, I'll like run down the story. Long story short, but yeah.
Trevor can't do short stories.
I'm a storyteller at heart. I like to tell stories.
He has ADD,
Right.
ADHD. That's what it is.
Yeah. I've
ADD. You quit
AD,
capping.
yeah. I once you see me again in person, Bill, I'm like a weird different person, but that's not the point.
Well, actually, he has ADHD and a stutter, so he has ADD.
That was fun while it lasted. All right, so wait here.
When he comes back on, we gotta go hi, 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 hi.
Bill's a bitch.
Oh, he's like, the hell with you.
Yeah.
Welcome to the haunted podcast, haunted faith cast. What happened to Bill? He fucking left, and
Oh, Trevor, that was the perfect place for your stutter to kick in.
So good,
I did that on purpose.
Oh,
This is
God.
what it's all about, man.
Oh,
Like this.
shit.
Oh, Trevor, you know I love you.
I love you too, bro. I love you too. That one was by accident.
He said-
The left was on purpose.
That was natural. That was natural.
I can stutter on purpose easily. I just
Dude.
if I go to stutter on purpose, I have to think about when I do it and what word to do it to. It just
Oh, really?
I can't just do it like on a whim. I have to be talking and be like, okay, I'm gonna do this now, okay, and then do it.
No shit.
Yeah.
I guess.
Hell, you can laugh at it now. It's been years, but I got bullied and harassed and assaulted and shit for 20 years because of it back in high school. But
People are
in
assholes.
elementary in elementary school, it took me a minute, literally a minute, to get out one word.
Oh, so
I
you, like,
would.
you suffered for it, like, for real, for real.
Oh yeah, from the age of 7 to about 22. I'm 28 now.
Oh, my second son, he was developmentally delayed when he was born, and one thing that he still works on to this day is speech therapy, speech impediment.
Well, they said that he would never talk.
They said he'd never walk or talk, and he even played soccer. I mean, he sat there and was like an on-field cheerleader, but like he still played soccer.
Do you know? I got made fun of it for doing it, but at this point, my give a fuck reasons were gone, so I didn't care. But one thing that helped me get over my stuttering, and this was back in high school, is I'm not saying literally sing everything. Like you don't have to, hi, how's it going? Like you don't have to do that. But one thing I did was I carried a cadence to a song.
Nice.
So, say for example, if I was saying, hi, my name is Trevor, how are you? Instead of saying it like that, I would go, hi, my name is Trevor, how are you?
Oh, no shit. Okay, I see it.
And there's a little bit of carrying there.
Yeah, you had a long voice, man.
Yeah. And I did that for about 3.5 years, and my stuttering went from like you couldn't fucking understand me to it's just kind of funny.
So you started singing. I stuttered when I met her, but then she went on the
Now,
first.
was that a speech impediment thing, or was it like a butterflies I love you type thing?
No, the butterflies were beating the shit out of my energy.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's so worth it, man. You guys are awesome.
Oh yeah. I'm just weird. Bill's just
weird. Yeah,
weird.
Weird is accurate.
Weird in all the best ways.
Yes, absolutely.
Weird, as I like to tell Bill that he finds it creepy whenever I say it online, but I'm legally weird.
Legally.
A couple months ago, I forget what it was on a podcast. I forget who the guest was, but it was whenever I first started to do my TV guides and upload like bulk found footage at one point, because that's just how I like to do it. I like to drop like 4 videos in like 2 weeks and then take 3 months to film and all that shit. Yeah. And I was promoting my videos that were coming out, and I was trying to describe them without describing them. And so at the end of the stream, we were wrapping up, we were running down everything, and we were like 5 minutes till like someone else had to be on. It was Greg Bakken was up next at 10:05, and it was like 9:57. And so I'm like, Bill does weird things with boards. Our guest does this, that, and the other thing. Whoever it was, and I post videos online that are creepy with people in it. And then I went to like finish like at the podcast, and I see Bill's face go, and then I'm like, thought about what I just said, and I go, they're legal, trust me. And then ever since then, I like make that joke and be like, I make creepy videos online in a legal way. It always keeps people thinking.
Baby. And illegal. They're like, what con is he gonna be at? It's a ticket booster right there, Bubba.
Well, if you ever go to a con and there's some back rooms, find me there.
That's funny. He
If
said
you guys
it's
have
not,
ever seen,
and it's ghostly fans.
yeah.
Ghostly fans.
If you guys have not seen the found footage film The Backrooms on YouTube by the creators Kane Pixels, highly recommend. He did a 5-minute or it's like 5 to 8 minute basis of Backrooms found footage, and now he's doing like a whole like multiple series like thing, because Backrooms in general is supposed to be like this government officiated place to where if you know too much or if you're a highly regarded in like individual, that's where you live. And
Oh,
so this regular filmmaker kid falls down and ends up in the background by accident and films all this stuff, and at the very end of the video he falls and drops the camera with him nowhere to be found, and this government official finds the camera, and the next 20 videos is evidence, investigations, people going in and deconstructing every room and renovating. It's like mind fuckery weird.
you're gonna have to like when we get off of here, you're gonna have to like send us that info because
All right, yeah.
them long drives, especially when we go 3.5 hours to the house in Pennsylvania. We usually
Okay.
don't shit, but spooky shit we'll throw on the radio.
Like
Absolutely.
the longest video that he's uploaded is 10 minutes, but most of them are anywhere from like 1 minute to 4 minutes. But there's like 30 of them.
That's
Wow.
awesome. That's
So,
awesome.
but anyway, yeah, that's my TED talk.
Right.
But yeah,
You guys
I
are
think-
amazing, man. Seriously.
Mhm.
Oh, you guys are all right.
they're you guys
Love
are
the
cool.
honest.
You guys are cool. I deal with his
That's good. I mean, that's
his
I feel like such a bad
fuck it,
guy.
I hate this. His ass. But yeah, got about half an hour till let me see if I hope I saw this banner. No, I don't. Give me a second.
Oh,
I'm
for
a-
Greg's podcast.
Yeah, I'm a bad producer. I don't know what this noise I'm making is. Don't question it.
Hey, you know what? It's 10:30 at night. Weird shit happens.
Yeah, this is
Yeah. It does. You should see driving through the woods at 4 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning.
if anyone here that is still watching, that's going to be up a bit later than usual at 11:05 p.m. EST, Ghostbox Radio will be going live, and his guest will be Refined Divine, one question readings live by a psychic medium. So if anybody has any burning questions, burning curiosities, maybe just you're burning, I would go onto that podcast and join in on the conversation and try not to burn for too long.
Yeah, if you're burning, you either need a fireman or a doctor.
Or a priest that doesn't do weird shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
there-
If you know, you know. I'm not going any deeper into that conversation. I'm just kidding.
That's funny. Yes.
That conversation is built for
Another podcast.
for only goals or whatever the fuck. Onlyhaunts.com. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But yeah.
Haunted Casket After Dark stuff.
Which we've been trying to do, but you're too busy. I need a bigger plate ass, needs to fucking figure that shit out. All right, so what was that 2-3 months ago? It was an idea we threw out into the void. It never happened. One show we were talking about, we went off the rails with someone. I don't know who our guest was. And we started talking about some shit that like, and that's my cat. I almost pissed my fucking
I
self.
saw your reaction. Oh, that's funny.
I saw a black hand come under my door, and then I heard a meow. I was about to shit on stream.
Shit is stream.
Okay. Anyway, this podcast from a while ago was back whenever I was still on caffeine and I was unbearable. Shut the fuck up, Salem. And we were going off the rails and like not talking about paranormal shit at all. And at the end, we were like, what if what if we did a haunted casket after dark? Which after off stream we were texting in Messenger and said, what if we called it 2 beards, 1 casket? I wanted that so badly to become a thing.
Even the
But
dog
then
over here helped on that one. She totally helped with that one. That's 2 beers.
and then about a week later, I made a mock-up logo. It was a shitty logo, but it was a mock-up one. And I said, Bill, what do you think? And he goes, what the fuck is that for? Because he forgot about
I
it.
completely forgot about it.
And I go, this is for 2 beards, 1 casket. And he goes, I need a fucking Denny's platter of a plate at this point. I'm like, okay.
Tanya keeps telling me that I have too much on my plate. And my response is, I just need a bigger plate.
Yeah.
Just need a bigger plate. Oh, I hear you. Oh, I hear you. Yeah, they don't make plates that big usually.
Nope.
And see, the thing is at the time, this idea sounded good on my end because it was at the end of the year. Everything was wrapping up. Christmas was about to happen. Everything was dead. I'm like, next year, let's do this extra podcast and blah, 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 blah. And then mid-January hit. And that's when I realized how much I was planning for myself. I had a lot of films in progress. I had a lot of stuff with found footage and get haunted events that I work. And then I had everything on my notepad of what I wanted to do. How I'm still building my website. And then I look at that podcast and I texted Bill and I go, I can't do that podcast. I understand now. But, yeah.
That's funny.
Yep. So before we send it off here and say goodbye to all the fellow peeps on the side, let's recap this amazing thing.
Perry United Expo, August 23rd, 2025, guys.
I think yes.
Make sure you got the alien. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. August 23rd of this year. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Haunted Liberty Theater Museum in Pennsylvania.
Yep. Highlighted guest. Dark Hollow Paranormal. Our highlighted guest for that event is is Dark Souls. That Broken Souls Paranormal. Marshall Wallace and his wife and his daughter Shelby. Please come out and see them. They're usually, I think they were on, tickets are on Extreme Ticketing. But they're all over the place. Middle of the day, middle of the night. I mean, Marshall he's a beautiful guy. He's a beautiful guy. Really does it. Shelby as well. Shout out to her too. She just she got engaged not too long ago. So congratulations to that family.
Congratulations.
Well, congratulations.
Absolutely.
And last but not least, let me quickly stop this screen here because I hate how StreamYard. I have to back out of everything before I do another thing. We can redo that one too.
Yeah.
Is this on Extreme Ticketing as well?
Yep, it is.
Yep, it is.
Cool. I thought it was. I just didn't want to say it and it not be.
No, you're good. I believe that one's June 28th.
Yep.
June 28th. We're gonna rock and roll with that. Vince Kylan right there, Urban Investigator, is the highlight of that one. Dark Hollow Paranormal and Imaginarium Sanitarium. And we will be there bright and early. And we will be there bright and early till the next day because we are holding VIP packages for you to come to the Paracon and have an overnight ghost hunt with us, the Dark Hollow Paranormal.
Awesome.
And I'm sorry, intrusive thought came into my head. I have to say it. Imaginarium Sanitarium. I love you. I'm sure you're great people. I'm sure you do amazing work, but hear me out. Imaginarium Sanitarium.
There you go.
Easier to say.
These guys, you got to come out because they're all about horror. One of the biggest haunted houses, and these guys, I can't say too much, but national records are about to be broken.
Yeah, they're definitely aiming to break the Guinness World Record, and I mean, if there's a place that could do it,
it's Creston.
Guinness for what?
For the longest horror maze.
Yeah.
For the longest go through. That's
the biggest
they host it.
House.
Yeah, I mean, Bill, I don't know if you know this, but even in the schoolhouse, there's power now. I mean, these guys are hooking it.
Wow.
hooking it. Vendors will be there as well, and I mean, yeah, dude, we're gonna rock it.
Yeah, they're gonna have
awesome
actors at the Paracon. They'll be walking around in haunt costumes. Yeah.
We had a guy, a Terrifier, that came last year for Haunted Liberty.
For Liberty, they're coming again. That was Hollowview. Hollowview dressed up like
Terrifier, Art the Clown.
Art the Clown.
Oh, nice.
Oddly enough that you say that. Me and my girlfriend just watched 1 and 2 back to back for the past 2 nights. I forgot how good it was. She did text me this morning. She loves horror. She wasn't affected bad by it, but we woke up and I was like, "Hey, how'd you sleep?" And she goes, "Had a nightmare, but I'm good." And I'm like, "What was the nightmare about?" And she goes, "I just dreamt of pitch blackness, and every now and then Art's face would just pop in my peripheral." I'm like, "Fucking shit!"
Yeah,
God damn.
That's something that would make Lindsay shit.
Yeah, I clowns to begin with.
And it's funny because like now we're hearing it right before bed, so
yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
We'll be going butt to butt tonight.
Fair enough.
No, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. It was great talking to you guys. This was fun.
Thanks for coming on.
I can't believe how much times went on. We were just talking. That's always happens when you have a good time, right? It's like investigating.
Absolutely.
You know, fucking 6 hours flies, man.
We haven't done it yet, but occasionally we bring up the idea of it. It would be a 1 episode like here and there. But would you guys be open to doing like just like a ranting podcast, like not promoting really anything?
Oh yeah, just to shoot the shit and just talk it out. Hell yeah.
But
okay,
we have a little sipsy doozy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My bourbon is always ready.
Okay, cool. Like we just come on because I would hate to like come onto a podcast with the idea of promoting and then get tipsy, say the wrong thing, or like talk shit. So like just come on and be like paranormal, what the fuck about it, and then have a drink or two while hoping for the best.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I got my drink of choice right there.
What's that?
Water.
Bill, do you don't drink?
I don't drink
water. You don't drink at all?
Nope.
Then go get that Welch's sparkling water that I drink it whenever I was 9, and I pretended like I was getting drunk off of grape juice. Just get that shit.
Just pour it in a glass and we'll tell everybody it's like tequila or vodka.
Yeah. Get some of that Franzia $10 box wine from Walmart.
I'll put some chocolate milk in a wine glass.
There you go. There you go.
Do you know what you could get? Heineken, and now Heineken has some alcohol-free beer for like recovering like alcoholics, and also I've been wanting to try it because I drink just not like socially drinking. Tom Holland has a non-alcoholic beer called Biro. I've been meaning to try that. I don't know why the fuck it's called Biro, but
Spider-Man hero, baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't watch superhero stuff. I don't pay attention to Marvel or DC or any.
4 boys. It's it's we've been going through all the suits and we've been going through all the everyone's got to be superheroes these days, and trust me, we're staying with that for years.
Especially with the 5-year-old, he's just getting into it.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Hell, my girlfriend's kid. Every time she's over, she's young. She's 2, so it's Bluey for about an hour.
Oh, Michael and Ashley, their daughter, Bluey, one of them.
Yeah.
Addie likes Bluey.
Yeah, but awesome guys, so much.
Yeah, but yeah. All right, this is slowly turned into a haunted casket after dark. So, we have a. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you. Stephen Kometz is have you guys met Stephen?
No.
Great dude. He is one of the most lovable teddy bear non-PC motherfuckers you will ever meet in your goddamn life.
That's awesome.
Like
deeper.
What? Huh?
No, I'm under my breath. I was saying digging deeper does sound familiar, but you know how it is in the paranormal field.
He used to be a part of P3S, Pennsylvania Spirit Seekers Society.
Okay.
And then he left due to his own reasons. I know a few reasons. I don't think I know the whole picture, but that's his business, not mine.
Good.
And he's doing his own thing to where he like wanted to go find himself, and so he's doing that now. And
Right.
and
Awesome.
getting to know him on a personal level, he was the most sweet teddy bear like of a guy. But then seeing his post on Facebook, I'm like, you get called out of left field, and I love it.
Thanks for the shout out for sure. It was a great show.
But yeah, so I'll go ahead and wrap up, or else I'll talk on here for 15 more minutes. So,
Mic drop.
kind of.
Jeez, Trevor.
I think
it's time for you to go to bed, bud.
Let me just fucking.
That's it.
But just destroy my desk. No. Anyway, I'm getting delirious at this point. But everyone, please be sure to go check out where the fuck's the banners at. There they are. Everyone, please go check out Dark Hollow Paranormal. Do you guys have a Dark Hollow Paranormal page, like on Facebook?
Mm-hmm. Facebook page,
right,
yeah. Facebook,
okay,
YouTube,
cool.
TikTok.
Okay. Go check them out everywhere. Go check them out. Tickets for Haunted Crescent and Para United Expo is on Extreme Ticketing.
Yep.
Salem, if you don't stop scratching at my door, I'm going to kick you in the gut. Not literally, but it pisses me off sometimes. Makes you want to, if you guys know who Theo Vaughn is, this cat makes me want to kick a fat kid in Kmart. Theo Vaughn's a character. That's not the point, though. Tickets are on Extreme Ticketing for Haunted Crescent and Para United Expo. Para United Expo, the first one that's coming up, is on August 23rd.
The second one.
Sorry.
You're okay.
Second one.
It's about that time.
10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Haunted Liberty Theater and Museum. And be sure to get your tickets. Is there just regular tickets, or is there also tickets for extras? Does the VIP investigation come with the basic ticket?
Not for Liberty.
Not for Liberty, yeah.
Not for Liberty, no.
All right, great.
You have the VIP open for the
Crescent.
for Crescent.
Cool. Awesome. On that note, I'll make our outro quick so they can have some more time to talk, Bill. But I'm Trevor Haunted Faith. I make creepy shit online that's legal. Bill makes creepy shit with wires and also teach you how not to be afraid of cardboard. And also our amazing guests down here, Angel and Lindsey. One last shout out for yourself. Say what you got to say. You got exactly 9.5 seconds to say everything. So hurry, I'm kidding.
No, thank you so much for everything. This is a great opportunity. Come check out our Paracons, and we're gonna keep doing this. And it starts with the guests. Yep. You know, you guys will show some good vibes.
Thank you. If anyone has any plans to stay up a bit later than us, the good sultry voice of Greg Bakken will be starting in about 15 minutes. He is doing his guest Refined Divine will be doing one. What the fuck? I'm reading off the banner. Just give me a second. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing at this point. One question readings live with the psychic medium Refined Divine. Listen on the Get to Haunted Network or on his radio station AM 950 in Minnesota. And on that note, I'm not going to make this podcast any worse. So I'm going to quickly end the stream.
Rock and roll, guys.
Thank you all so much for joining, and we will see you all later. Don't forget to sleep safe.